what's going on? This is still Jeremy, and today we're going to a park called Utsubo Koen. Utsubo Park. Always been one of my very favorite, maybe in my top 2 parks in Osaka. And the good part is, it's not far away and I'm already lost. Anyway, we're gonna find this little park. We're gonna bike up and down. It's great paths. I hope the water is on, because there's like a little fake river stream thing that runs through the middle of it. It's really nice. So we'll see if we can figure it out. It's about lunchtime on a weekday, so there's lots of people here. I'm gonna cut down through this path, this alley. This is the, where am I? Every building, here we go. Every building has Edobori. Has a little sign on either green or brown or whatever, which explains where it is. So if you ever know, if you look at this, cool, little shrine. It's nice. Little neighborhood shrine. What's it called? I don't know. It's called Aramitsu Inari Daimyojin. Okay, before we go, let's check out where this little path goes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, addresses. Addresses work differently in Japan. Rather than a street and then a number on that street, you have an area, like Osaka City, Osaka Prefecture. Then you have Osaka City. Then you have which ward it's in, like Chuo Ward is the central ward. I think that's where we are now. Anyway, have these little... And then within the ward, you have another smaller areas. So you have all these little concentric areas that keep getting smaller and smaller, and then you finally get to the building, and that's basically it. So area, building. So it's more about the area, not just where it is on a street, which drives me nuts. But anyway, every building has a little sign that explains what all of those areas are, so you know where you are. So anyway, this is called Edobori, which is a area I don't really know that well. I just know that Utsubo Koen is right around here somewhere. The reason I like Utsubo Koen is because it's very pretty. There's that cool stream, and they've been expanding it in recent years, so it's like 2 or 3 times as big as it used to be, and it's all nice. And it's lunchtime on a weekday, and everybody's out walking around looking for lunch. You'll notice that the businessmen, are not wearing neckties. That's because about 10 or 15 years ago, they started this new thing, and they call it cool biz. Use that English phrase, cool biz. And that means, because it's so hot in the summer, that the normally rule-infested workplace has that rule relaxed. You don't have to wear a suit and necktie. So you have to wear a nice shirt, like a dress shirt. But it can be short sleeve, and it doesn't have to be a necktie with it. And virtually all companies adhere to that. Cool biz. Mine does, so when I teach English, when I visit client sites and stuff in the summer to teach English, I don't have to wear a necktie. It's a good system, I think. Makes everybody a little cooler in summer. I hope I'm on the right road. And a few companies started to do something called super cool biz, which a politician tried it or something, and it meant like on Fridays you could wear like Hawaiian shirts and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what the point of that was. Casual Friday in Japan, I guess. Super cool biz, but I haven't heard much about that recently. I guess it didn't take. I feel like I'm in everybody's way. I hope they feel like they're in my way, because they are. I keep seeing all these trees and thinking, okay, the park is right there. The park must be right around this corner, right around this corner. But it isn't. Is this it? This has to be the park. Please let this be the park. The people on YouTube are waiting. I think this is it. Yeah, baby. And I'm not an expert about this park or anything, so we're just going to kind of go find it and explore it together. It's just a really, really, really nice path. It's a great place for biking because it's all, look at these trees. It's all under trees. It's so cool right now. It's a fairly hot day. It's about 26 or 27 degrees Celsius, but it's very humid. Anyway, here's the main path, in this part of the park. There's different parts. God, isn't this great? I've never been over there on the, I don't actually hang out in this part of the park too much. There's another main park that I like. What a great place to come and eat your lunch. Should eat my lunch out here. Problem with that is I take my insulin in my legs. So when I eat at a place like this, I have to shoot the insulin through my jeans. Which I do. I did it the other night. I was out at a restaurant, but this is nice. Let's see. Go check out this path that I said I'd never been on. Central Osaka. Central Osaka. Wish I was a takoyaki. All right, well, this path exists. Good place for photographies. Wish I could speak English. A good place for photographers and or photography. Okay, let's go back to the main promenade here. And I'll take you to the place that I like. Unless I run over a bird and get arrested or something. Now that would be a good video. I don't really live near here. I don't live near enough to here to actually hang out here a lot, but I always wish I did. I never saw so many pigeons just sitting. Usually they're just strutting around. What is this? A field, a sand lot, or whatever. There's a whole lot of playgrounds in Japan. Every neighborhood has 2 or 3 playgrounds for kids and stuff. And the playgrounds are always dirt. They never have grass in them. So you play baseball on a completely dirt field or soccer or whatever. I always thought that was weird, but that's just how it is. I don't know why that is. Grass and lawns, I think are more of an American thing. But I am not an expert on what's an American thing or not. That's one side effect of being here, living here as an American. Spent 30 years in America, was used to everything there. Then I moved here, and I've lived here for 15, 16 years. And now I'm used to everything here, but I'm still used to everything in America, and I get confused about what's American and what's Japanese and what doesn't work in each place and all this stuff. Colorful statues. Big Sister. These are nice. Must be brand new, because I don't think this hasn't been here that long. What if it has a date on it? Changing Times. Washington, D.C. Cited by the Sculpture Placement, Washington, D.C. J. Seward Johnson, Jr. Oh, really? I wonder what the changing times means. Because they had a baby and the generation's changing? Or they have a stroller. Strollers were not a thing in Japan when I first came here. You never saw them. Now you see them a lot. Sundial. Let's see, one more over here. Pushing your daughter into traffic, that's nice. His first ride. This dude's a mustache. She's got a flat tire too. Two of them. Isn't this party? Anyway, it's also, you get a different perspective on America when you live here. I first found that out in 2004 when I moved here. I left America and I wasn't real knowledgeable about what was going on with pop culture even when I lived in America. When I came here, I really had no idea. So I went back. I first revisited America maybe in 2006, maybe a couple years later. So I'd been in Japan for 2 years and I hadn't been in America. And I came back to America and everywhere was zombies. There were zombie movies and zombie TV shows and just people in commercials for cheese or whatever dressed up like zombies. Like, it made no sense. Like, suddenly zombies were everywhere. And I was asking my friends in America, what's with all the zombies? And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, well, suddenly there's all these zombies over there. And like, I don't know, it's just always zombies. Always zombie movies and stuff like that. And I thought, that's not always, like, that's just new. Like, they didn't notice that it kind of crept in slowly and had been there for, I guess, a couple years. And so they were just used to it. But I never did get an answer. What's with all the zombies? Well, this sucks. This sign says, Shingata coronavirus. Yeah, I think they have turned off the fountain and the running water in an effort to discourage people gathering. That's too bad. Anyway, back in the day, I used to bike down here. I used to bike up from, I used to live in South Osaka. I would bike here and there was water running here, and sometimes it's real shallow, you know. So you could walk across it if you had sandals on and stuff. And I would sit over there on that bank, or this bank, and play my acoustic guitar. It was great. It was bliss. It's still bliss. A little hot in the direct sun here this afternoon, but it's still nice. Let's go see this guy with all these birds. Okay, let's go up to the top. This is too bad that there's not more water here, but it's still nice. The whole reason I started doing stuff online at all, like diabetes travel stuff, the whole impetus for that was a video I wanted to do called Osaka A to Z. And it's still on my YouTube channel somewhere from years ago. And it's just, I found 26 places in Osaka from A to Z in the English alphabet. And I went and I checked my blood sugar at each one. And Utsubo Koen, this park, was one of them. It was you, as you might imagine. And I think it was right here. No, it was back there. It was back there. It was a big fountain there. 101, Utsubo Koen Park. 79. And usually there's like a cascade of water, but today there's nothing. Let's go through these trellises, these trelli. Get a view of the grounds. Sure. Let's see. I hope they turn the water back on soon. Boy, it's much more grown up than it used to be. There didn't used to be all these flowers and growth everywhere. It's more flat. It's nice though. Ooh, these trelli have weeds and growing on them. Great. Now, okay, I think we're about done with Utsubo Koen Park. This is kind of it. What are all these things? A28, A27, A30. Are they just lights? Or are they numbered so prominently? I'll meet you by light A29. So this is the part of Utsubo Koen that I like. this central part with the stream usually running through it. But there is, across the road, a little complex we can check out, a sports complex, and it's got a claim to fame. We'll talk about that when we get there, if I can pull myself away from this park. I wonder how badly these are shaking the camera, these cobblestones. That's for you to know and me to find out. You know what? Forget that idea. I don't want to go across the street and look at the sports complex because that's kind of a different thing. This is Utsubo Koen. This is where we should end the video. So that's what I'm going to do. Buy these purple flowers. Okay. There's your park. There's your Utsubo Koen Park. Isn't it nice? Thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed this trip to Utsubo. I'm going to go find some lunch and stay inside the rest of the day. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time, the next video. I'm not sure where that's going to be yet. I really don't know where that's going to be. It might be a temple or a shrine. Anyway, if you would like to watch these videos a little earlier than they're published, you can go to my website, t1dwanderer.com/subscribe, and subscribe to the email. Just put your email address in, and I'll send you a link the day before or so to the link on YouTube so you can watch the video before everybody else. It's a fun little way to keep in touch. So anyway, see you next time. Stay safe. Later that night, I did end up eating an Utsubo Koen with a friend of mine, a Vietnamese banh mi sandwich, and verified that yes, those things are just lights.